Question over here.
Do you enjoy directing more or writing?
Writing really sucks. Really hard to do. I love directing. I love being on a set, working with actors. That's my favorite. Writing is hard. You're alone. It takes a lot of discipline.
Is that more due to the imaginative, like using your imagination, or just the time?
It's more fun to work with a bunch of people. It's more fun to visualize things. It's more fun to work out problems than it is alone doing it. It's more fun. I'm a lazy piece of shit. It's great.
Okay, back here.
Halloween was one of the first films to utilize the Steadicam. What was it like utilizing that at that time, and how did it change that opening scene when Michael Myers was walking around?
The Steadicam, we used another version of it called the Panaglide. Because we were shooting in Panavision, which is an anamorphic lens. There's these big, giant lenses on the end of the camera. And the way that works is, in spherical vision, you just shoot like you shoot your cameras, take photos. Anamorphic has this giant piece of glass that squeezes the image. Squeezes it, and then when you project it, the projector unsqueezes it. The thing about Panavision is in movies, you use the entire frame. So they can't fuck with you in projection. They have to, what I frame is what I get. So that's why I love Panavision. And I love widescreen. If you try to put a Panavision camera on a Steadicam, you'll fall over. You need something stronger because of the big glass. So our operators got strapped into Panaglide. Panaglide was developed in the early 70s and was used in a couple films here and there. But I thought this is a great cheap way of getting a dolly, because a dolly shot's hard to get. You have to lay track. You can't go around corners. You can't go up and down stairs. You can't cross the street and go in a door and go upstairs. So the Panaglide was what we were shooting with, and it allowed the thought of, well, let's just do the opening in one shot, essentially one shot. That's how it came about.
In the back corner.
When I was talking about what? I'm not hearing it. No. They Live was, I was enraged over Reaganism, enraged over conservatism at the time, and free market enterprise. So I decided to make a bold and stupid statement about it, and I made it in a little science fiction movie. That's the whole bit. I read the story in a comic book. It was called 8 o'clock in the morning. It's a cool little science fiction story from the 60s. And I just adapted it to what I wanted to do.
Okay, right here.
I'm sorry? I was going to do a Howard Hawks documentary. I didn't make it. Instead, I went over to the British Film Institute and we did a master class at Hawks. We just kind of got together and talked about him, showed a couple of his films.
Okay, right here.
Speak up a little, honey.
What did you think about?
Well, be honest. Okay, let me put this out of the way first. Rob Zombie's a friend of mine. We worked together before. He did music for me. I will not comment on what I think of the movie. He called me up and said, they've offered me Halloween. What should I do? I said, make a movie that's your own. It's your movie, not mine. What do I think about them making that film? I have two things. One is, whenever they make a Halloween movie, I extend my hand and a check. That is the job I've always wanted in life. paid to do nothing. The second thing is that a lot of really younger fans now think that Halloween is a movie made by Rob Zombie, and they don't know my film. So I find that kind of strange and weird. But as long as those checks coming, I keep smiling.
Okay, right here.
You've done a lot of things that are here. There's something that scares you.
Listen, man, we're all afraid of the same things. Every human being in this room is afraid of the very same things. Every person on this planet is afraid of the same things. We're afraid of death. We're afraid of the loss of a loved one, of disfigurement. And you go on and on. Whatever you're afraid of, I'm afraid of. That's why horror is such a powerful genre. Because it works anywhere. It works any place in the world.
Okay, over here.
I was wondering if there was, had some questions about the mask in part 1. They say it's the same mask that's in part 2. And I saw a picture of you and your band, and all of the members had on multiple Michael Myers masks. I was just wondering if you could clear up how many masks there were. And
Dude, I was 30 years old then. You're talking to somebody who's twice as old as that. I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. We had a bunch of them.
okay, so there was more than
There was more than one, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, right here.
Do you like CGI?
Like what?
CGI.
CGI, computer effects, computer generated stuff. Some of it can be great. It can be masterful. Think of our Jurassic Park without it. Jurassic Park is great. You believe there were dinosaurs running. You believed it. A lot of movies, it looks like animation. They look like fake things. Things that aren't alive. Less about that. But it really is what you do with it. It's just a tool. It's just a tool to make movies. If you use it right, it can be great.
Back row.
As we speak. No. As we speak, I have stretched my hand out, and this wonderful check has landed in my hand from Warner Brothers and New Line, and they are going to remake Escape from New York. That's right. That's right. That's right.
Right here.
What happened to the beautiful girls? They stopped asking questions.